Hello, I am Deepak and I'm going to sing another song by Mohammed Rafi from 1965 movie Ek Sapera Ek Lutera. Music was given by Usha Khanna and lyrics by Asad Bhopali. So in this movie, there is a small kingdom and there is a king and the queen, and queen is not able to get pregnant for many years, but praying and with the grace of God she is finally gets pregnant. And now the king is very sad instead of being happy because he had killed his own father and he became the king. And the dying father cursed him that your own child will kill you. So king is really scared of dying. So now what he does is he tells the midwife to do something for him. Midwife refuses, but then he threatens her and also bribes her. So he tells her that when the child is born, you give me the child and replace it with a child from a village woman who is about to give birth as well. So she does not want to do it, but she's forced into it by the king. So now the king's wife has a very prolonged labor. She has a lot of pain, and the reason for that is she was carrying twin pregnancy and she gives birth to two sons. So now the midwife is relieved. She gives up the baby boy of the village woman, and then she keeps one boy next to the queen, who is very happy but exhausted, and she gives the other child to the king. King wraps up the newborn and takes him to the jungle and drops him off in the jungle, thinking that he will die because there was a thunderstorm and all that. Fortunately, there were two women passing through that and they hear this child crying. One woman had just given a birth to a baby girl, whereas the other woman, Tun Tun, she did not have any children. So she gets control of the child and takes to her home and her husband, and she raised that child very well. And they call him Mohan, like a god's name, Mohan, gift from God. And the, uh, the her friend had just given a birth to a baby girl. That girl is Kum Kum when she grows up. And this boy, when he grows up, he is Firoz Khan. And Kum Kum and Firoz Khan are in love. But Kum Kum's mother knows that this Firoz Khan was an abandoned child, so she does not want her daughter to marry him, and he arranges the marriage to marry her to somebody else. But Firoz Khan tells her in disguise that come and meet me outside the village and we will elope. So she does that, goes outside the village, but before the Mohan can come there, she sees person similar to her boyfriend Mohan, that is Prince Vijay. He's also the twin of this Firoz Khan or Mohan, and he's riding a horse and he's well dressed, and she goes to meet him thinking that that is Mohan. So he picks her up and puts her on a horse and drives away to the kingdom. And now they cannot find Kum Kum in the town, or Radha, that her name is. So they beat up on Mohan, but ultimately find out that Mohan does not have Kum Kum with her. So now she goes to the kingdom and she tells the king that, look, I am not interested in you. I only want to be with my boyfriend Mohan. So king is very mad and he calls his people. So they capture Mohan and take him to the desert far away and drop him there to die. But Firoz Khan comes back, Mohan comes back to the kingdom, and there Kum Kum is hurt because she has fallen and she is sort of memory loss. But he fights with the Prince Vijay. First they fight with a sword, then the prince picks up a long gun an old-fashioned gun, and he shoots. Unfortunately, the gun misfires and it hits his own father, who then dies. So the prophecy comes true that king dies by his own child. So the mother is very upset. So now they all run away, and Mohan goes after Prince. So now Kum Kum is not sure who is with her. She thinks she is with Mohan, but ultimately finds out it is the prince who is with her. And so she tries to run away, but he puts her in the way so that she can get shot, and he won't. But then Prince runs out of bullet. So then his brother Mohan also drops his gun away, and they fist fight. Ultimately, Mohan overpowers his own brother and then does not kill him and takes him back to kingdom and meets his mother and tells his mother, look, here is your son. And then he and Kum Kum unite, or Radha. So Mohan and Radha unite, and he tells his mother that, mother, look, I don't want your kingdom. I don't want to be prince. So he lives with his girlfriend Radha to go far away from the kingdom. So that's the movie. This song is really good, and I think movie was good, but I'm not sure, it was not that successful. And of course it was in black and white, and the copies are not well maintained. But this song by Mohammed Rafi is really great. So let's listen. हम तुमसे जुदा होके मर जाएंगे रो रो के, हम तुमसे जुदा होके मर जाएंगे रो रो के, मर जाएंगे रो रो के। दुनिया बड़ी जालिम है, दिल तोड़ के हंसती है। दुनिया बड़ी जालिम है, दिल तोड़ के हंसती है। एक मौज किनारे से मिलने को तरसती है। कह दो न कोई रोके, कह दो न कोई रोके, हम तुमसे जुदा होके मर जाएंगे रो रो के, मर जाएंगे रो रो के। सोचा था कभी दो दिल मिलकर न जुदा होंगे, सोचा था कभी दो दिल मिलकर न जुदा होंगे। मालूम न था हम यूं नाकाम वफा होंगे। किस्मत ने दिए धोखे, किस्मत ने दिए धोखे, हम तुमसे जुदा होके मर जाएंगे रो रो के, मर जाएंगे रो रो के। नहीं भूलेंगे, कसमें नहीं तोड़ेंगे, वादे नहीं भूलेंगे, कसमें नहीं तोड़ेंगे। ये तय है कि हम दोनों मिलना नहीं छोड़ेंगे। जो रोक सके रोके, जो रोक सके रोके, हम तुमसे जुदा होके मर जाएंगे रो रो के। हम तुमसे जुदा होके मर जाएंगे रो रो के, मर जाएंगे रो रो के। Thank you very much.